Ready to open the hood? UseTool for the tutorials.
And for car parts, the right idea is the Mr. Auto app. Easy, fast, and with better prices than on the website.
You can find the recommended parts and products in the video description, as well as in the link to know the type of oil and the amount needed. Turn your engine off, pull up the handbrake, pull on the bonnet release lever, and open the bonnet. Open the oil fill plug. This will increase the oil flow when performing an oil change. Lift the front of your vehicle and put in the two-axle stands. We strongly suggest watching the tutorial, raising your vehicle safely before carrying out this step. If the front plastic crankcase is present, you should now remove it to have full access to the drain nut. You can now see the drain nut. Unscrew the drain nut with an 18mm spanner. Start the process with a wrench and finish off by hand. Be careful on the last few turns of the screw. The oil can squirt immediately. You have to anticipate this by placing a container underneath to collect the oil. Let the oil run out for 10 minutes or so. When you change the oil on your car, you must also replace the oil filter. To avoid letting the oil inside the filter from flowing out, place a collector for liquids under it. Using a socket wrench, a large extender and a 32mm socket, free the oil filter flange by turning it anti-clockwise until it turns easily. Finish unscrewing by hand. When it has been released, turn it upwards to avoid spilling any oil.
All parts used in this tutorial are supplied by our trusted partners. These partners also help us create as many video tutorials as possible. Check them out in the description below.
Separate the filter cartridge from the flange, levering it off with a flathead screwdriver. Using a thin screwdriver, take out the rubber O-ring, which is located on the flange washer. Clean the filter flange using brake cleaner fluid and paper towels. Take the new filter. Replace the seal with the one that is supplied with the new filter, ensuring you properly oil its surface. Insert the new filter into the flange until you hear the click that says it has been locked into place. Rescrew the filter in place until it makes contact. To tighten it up, use a socket wrench, an extender and a 32mm socket, adding a final quarter turn. Careful, with this kind of oil filter, the new joints can be excessively thick, making the actual tightening process more complicated. As a result, you have to ensure that the flange washer is flat against the oil filter housing. For this step, you can also use a torque wrench that has been set to 25 Nm. On VAG group vehicles, the O-ring doesn't come apart from the drain nut. We recommend replacing the old nut with a new one every time you drain the oil. Put it on by hand, then finish off using the 18mm spanner. Now you have to put the oil back into the motor. You have to be very careful and precise when doing this part of the job. Firstly, put the crankcase back in place, then lower the car back to the ground and check the oil level. This is something that can only be done when the vehicle is flat. Begin by putting 90% of the suggested amount. This will leave you a large enough margin to adjust the level of oil appropriately. Close the oil fill plug. Start the engine and let the car run for 30 seconds. This will fill the oil filter. Remove the oil gauge and wipe it down. Plunge it back into its sheath. Remove it again and check the oil level. The optimal level is near the maximum, but be careful to never go over it. Based on the level indicated on the gauge, readjust to obtain the optimum amount. Operation completed.
Hi, it's Theo from UseTool. I hope this video has helped you a lot in your car maintenance. We would be super grateful if you could spread the word so that we can produce even more tutorials. Simply give us a like, a comment, and hit that subscribe button. It really helps us boost the channel and help the whole community. Thanks a lot and have a great one.